Good morning, good morning. This is me, Brandon Vidalingam, your breakthrough partner, and this is Success Bites. Welcome. It is Friday. Yes, Friday. We are already here. The weekend is literally upon us. But welcome to my daily walk. Yeah, it's another beautiful day. Let me show you. Gorgeous. Beautiful Canada. So, I'm out on my walk in the morning. It's very warm, which is very nice. Again, I like to do this every morning, so thank you for joining me on this walk. And generally I try and walk and talk, but I don't look, so I don't bump into any lampposts. So, good morning, everybody. How are you? Hope everybody's having an awesome week so far. Just a quick word that I wanted to let you guys know is that I'm going to be this coming week coming up. Actually, it's been a month since I've been doing these trainings, which has really flown by really quickly. So if you've been one of those people who've stayed with me and remained with me, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. We have a little Facebook community going on. I feel you guys are already family. So I just want to say that from next week, I'm going to be doing all my trainings on my personal page, right exactly where we are now. But from the following week after that, I'm going to be transitioning all my trainings, these Facebook Live trainings, to my business page, which is, you can find that your breakthrough partner. And it's under the name Brandon VEE. So you can, if you haven't already liked my business page, please go ahead and like that so you can catch my trainings from there. Also, I will be changing the time, not from next week, the week after. I'll be doing the trainings from 10 a.m. In the morning, opposed to 8:30. There is a reason for that, but 10 a.m. EST time, I'll be doing the trainings. So so just change the time, just amend that, and you can always catch the replay. So guys, the topic of today is compounding, and really what that is that there's two versions of compounding. There's the positive compounding and there's negative compounding. When we do things in our lives, do you ever find yourself in a situation where you have well-meaning thoughts, or you have well-meaning gestures, or you plan to do something, or you want to do something, and you find yourself in a position that never really happens? Again, this is very similar to the situation of New Year's. When New Year's come, you make a New Year's resolution. The plans are there, but it never really happens. It never really comes to fruition, or you start it and you fall off. We've all done it. It's become so much of a norm in life that not only do we do it, but we accept it. So when we talk about compounding, let's talk about negative compounding for a second. If you plan to do something and you don't do it, then eventually what happens is, over a period of time, that thing starts to build up. It starts to compound, and it gets thicker and heavier. And the thicker and heavier it gets, the more of a burden it is, and the more difficult it becomes to pursue that thing. So for argument's sake, let's say, again, going to the gym, the thing that most people do at New Year's, make a decision that they're going to go to the gym, and they maybe start off going once or going twice, but then they stop doing it, but the thought is still in their head. The thought is like, I'm going to do that, and then one morning they drop off, and then 2 mornings they drop off, 3 mornings they drop off, and that drop off starts to compound. Now, if you drop off once or twice, you're kind of, okay, I can deal with that. That's not a problem. You don't feel so heavy, you don't feel so bad about it. But then when it gets to the third and the fourth and the fifth time, then what you find that happens is that it starts to weigh heavy on you. And now you start to feel guilty about not doing that action. And when you start to feel guilty, it's very easy because you feel heavy within yourself. You feel heavy with the thought. And that guilt of heaviness is like, wow, I should be doing that. I said I was going to do it. I told a whole bunch of people I was going to do it, and I'm not doing it. Now I feel bad about it. Now you feel heavy about it, but you still don't do it because it's now become like a roadblock. Now it's become a hurdle. Now you have to get over this because now it's got bigger because it's compounded. And because it's got bigger, you're trying to get over it, but you're like, I just can't. And the more you compound it, the more you miss, the harder it gets. Till eventually you get to the point where you just put it out of your mind and you stop thinking about it. And when you stop thinking about it, then it becomes null and void and it doesn't happen anymore. Okay? So that's negative compounding. It's something that we need to really look at in our own lives and turn it into something else, which I'll talk about in a second. So let's talk about positive compounding. It's exactly the same thing, but in the opposite direction. Makes sense, right? So you choose something that you're going to do. Let's say, again, going to the gym. You decide that you're going to go to the gym once a week. You decide a target goal. So you make a decision and you say to yourself, okay, I want to lose X amount of pounds in a 6-month period of time. So you start going maybe, say, once a week or twice a week. Now, as you're doing it, you're enjoying it, you'll start to see the results. And when you start to see the results, you realize that you're actually having an effect on yourself. But it's always in your mind because you're always taking the action. And when you always take the action, sometimes what happens is you realize that you can take that same thing that you're doing and you can increase the activity by a factor of 1, 2, 3, whatever it may be, and you compound your efforts, and instead of achieving it in a 6-month period of time, you can achieve it, say, in a 3-month period of time. So whatever it is, you can compound, and what we do is that we generally take, the natural state of the mind turns around and says, let's stretch everything out. Let's make it longer. Let's procrastinate because life gets in the way. And when life gets in the way, it generally takes over everything. And we start to prioritize the things that we've always prioritized, which are the things that really don't bring us that success or that health or, whatever it may be. So you can compound the positive things and achieve what it is you want in a shorter period of time by positively compounding the actions it takes to do that, okay? So that's the difference between positive and negative compounding. Now, when we talk about that, let's talk about what it takes to do that. Now, we're talking about rituals now, okay? The reason why I say rituals, I don't mean it in a cultish way. I mean it in a very positive way, is that if you have kids, then you wake up in the morning, I have to take my kids to school. That becomes, look, if you don't work, if you don't have a job, or if you're one of these people who has a job that starts later, or whatever it is, even with a job, job's your ritual, that you've got to get up and go to work. Now, we may not want to do it, but even if you don't want to do it, you know that your child is not going to get to school and have an education if you don't take that ritualistic action of getting up in the morning, getting ready, and taking your child to school. You know that you will not get paid and you will pretty much quickly lose your job if you don't get up, get yourself ready, and go to work. So that's a ritualistic action, okay? But it's something that you start off really, some people like to do it. Some people start off loving to do it, and then they don't really like to do it, but then they have to do it. So it becomes automatic. And when it becomes automatic, you no longer have to think about it. It becomes the norm. It's one of the rituals that have stayed in your life. Now, a lot of the time, I gotta say most people that I've met have rituals that don't help them. They have these rituals that really don't service them in any real true way. They're just rituals to live life on a daily basis that doesn't really get them anywhere, that doesn't put them in a position where it's going to give them more earning potential, doesn't put them in a position where they're actually getting better health or they're growing as a person. We have a lot of bad habits, but because society has a lot of bad habits, it's easy to say we're fine because we're living in those bad habits and we're doing it with everybody else. And if we do it with everybody else, then we've got something to talk about that's in common. But when we start to take rituals that are more effective and serving us in a more positive manner, as in growth, mind growth, wealth growth, health growth, then people start to look at us in a very weird way and say, oh, what is it you're doing? You're doing something different. You're not the same. Again, they start to pull you down like the crabs in a bucket, So you want to put yourself in a position where you're ready for that, but start creating these rituals and start thinking about it. Start thinking about, what are your rituals? What are your rituals that you do on a daily basis? Are they helping you grow? Are they helping you become the person that you need to become? Are they helping you with your finances to increase your finances, or are you going to be sitting in the place, getting the same finances for 40 years? Are you going to increase that? Are you going to take control of your life to be able to live it? So, guys, that is my message for the day. Positive, negative compounding, and take a look at your rituals and see what rituals that you could put in that could really help you in a positive manner. Because remember, helping yourself has a ripple effect. It affects so many people around you and also inspires many people around you. Guys, it's Friday today. Do something that makes your weekend amazing. Please go to my website, brandonvee.me, where I have a free ebook for you. It's an amazing ebook. It's got some great information there on the mindset of an entrepreneur, also how to guard the 3 steps of guarding against negativity. So go check that out. Please, if you're not already subscribed to my business page, it's Your Breakthrough Partner, or Brandon VEE. So go there. As of the week after, I'll be transitioning all these trainings to my business page, okay? And we're starting at 10 a.m. EST. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Everybody who's catching the replay, I hope you got some value from this. If you did, please go ahead, share it. There's somebody who's looking for a nugget of information or something that can help change their life. Let's pay it forward. Let's help everybody we can. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I'll catch you on the other side. Hey, listen, very quickly as well, on Monday, I have my very first show by myself, The Breakthrough Show, on Carib101.com. So be sure to check that out. Listen in, call in. You can see all the information on my Facebook page as well. So guys, have an amazing weekend. Have an amazing weekend. Enjoy yourself. Love your family. Have some joy, and think about what you can do to make your life better, okay? Reach out to me, comment to me, and I'll see you on Monday at 8:30 a.m. Take care, stay blessed. Bye-bye.